Alright, what is up, guys? It's Seward, and I'm back for a new video. So today, this video is pretty different. Now, I don't normally do this, but I usually, like, for the clips, I usually record on my phone. But this one is pretty much very noticeable because I am recording on the phone. So yeah, just go ahead and enjoy it. This is a tier list video since we got so far into Basenite. It's been almost like 1.5 years since Basenite has existed. No, BETA Basenite. And since we got that far, I'm gonna rank every single Basenite location ever. Not the Alpha Basenite and Pre-Alpha Basenite locations, because Pre-Alpha Basenite is basically the same thing as Alpha Basenite, so not including that. But Alpha Basenite wasn't very attended as a BR map, because it had a limited amount of guns and stuff, and you spawn with them. Yeah, if you know what I mean and stuff, you probably did know what Alpha Basenite is, I guess. Alright, starting off with Basenite's Authority. Basenite's Authority. This location is honestly very great. Like, I love this location. I love going to the vault of this location. This location doesn't have a mythic, but I didn't want to, like, you know, pick up with the mythic and stuff at all. This is basically like the bootleg. No, like, right now, this is like the expired bootleg looking version of, like, the Confederacy at this point. My only problem about this location is that it is so close to Poppin Plaza. Like, what was my idea of making this location just be with Poppin Plaza when it could have been somewhere else, or like at least put the building like somewhere, probably like, you know, take somewhere else and stuff. But yeah, Basenite's Authority, that is a very good location. I'll give it an A tier. King of Basenite's Palace. Now, y'all don't know what this, pretty much all of you guys will not know what this location is, because most of you guys haven't played until BETA Basenite Season 3 or 4. So let's go ahead. This location is bad. The reason why I said that this location is bad is because it is intended as a landmark. Now, lots of these locations I'm about to go into has been so much like intended as a landmark instead of a whole location, but I decided to make them as a location for no reason. Fun fact, I was actually gonna bring this back as a landmark when I was doing Season 2's map for the current Basenite map. But, you know, due to memory, I couldn't, and I only had to bring back Hollow's house. Which, you know, landmarks are not included in this tier list, by the way. And this location has a lot of memory. The reason why is because right after Season 1 for BETA Basenite ended and stuff, I was gonna literally have this still for my map. But as soon as Pessimism Prison came in, this just has so much memory, like, I can't deal with it, yeah. But anyways, this location kind of sucks, so I gotta say E tier. This location, I don't like it. The Furio. I love this location. Furious Way did a good job on this location. Yes, he made this location because, you know, we was doing a whole collab and stuff. He was putting all of his Battle Royale maps of Fluence and stuff onto this location, and boy, do I gotta say, he did a good job with it. Even though it looks pretty crippled or, you know, weird looking. Not as weird yeah, it's just weird looking. More weird looking than Seward Suburbs and stuff, which we'll go to that location a little bit later. Other than that, this location is very great. I'll give it an S tier, because the location is very good. Space Station! I don't like this location. The reason why is because, first of all, it's a single building. Second of all, there was not much loot. Third of all, it was on little, like, weird and, like, terrain and stuff. The thing is, though, it did move into Dinky Divot by Season 4 and stuff, and there was no building on top of those mountains. But, you know, other than that, that location kind of sucked, honestly. Dank Depot. Yes, Dank Depot. used to be a location, and I gotta say, I'm gonna put it like, or D tier. It's single building, but at least it's pretty good because I keep landing there a lot. Yeah. Toggle Tundra. This is an too, like D tier. This is only 3 shacks on this location, and the best part of it about this location is that it is exclusive to snow, like the snow biome, back in Beta Basenite Season 5. But that's about it. I ran that Easter egg that I did back in Beta Basenite Season 5 right after Halloween ended and stuff. And there was these people that's like, is it Christmas yet? And they set up a Christmas tree in November. Like, what was I thinking about at that time? Lonely Lighthouse. Now, this Lonely Lighthouse used to be a whole location. But on the current baseline map, it's now a landmark. Just like Dinky Depot. So, you know, the location, Lonely Lighthouse, it's actually pretty decent. I'm gonna have to say, has to be up here to D tier. The thing I hate about this location is that on the edge, it's on the edge of the map. Like, I did this whole census for Beta Basenite 5 of how much longer you could actually get to this certain location stuff, and Lonely Lighthouse takes you 26 seconds in total. But if you landed on the lighthouse instead of the land, that'll be like 21 seconds. But it's still, indeed, the longest location to drop and stuff for Beta Basenite. Dinky Divot. Oh my gosh, I love this location. It's actually more better than Dinky Depot. I'm gonna have to give it to A tier. I love this location. The building type way and stuff probably make this location like top tier. But like this is probably like the highest kind of like way how I build for a location ever. Because, you know, this is Beta Basenite, so yeah. My only problem about Dinky Divot is that the chest spawns, like, when I did a census thing for chest spawns, Dinky Divot was the same amount as Liberty Lake, which both of them was 4 chests. And I gotta say, for a big location like this, that is bad, because, you know, Dinky Divot, it deserves more better than that. Clever Cove. Clever Cove is obviously one of the worst locations I've ever made. The reason why is because, first of all, it's on the edge of the map. Second of all, it's close to Frenzy Forest. It's like literally just snuggle up to Frenzy Forest. Third of all, it barely had any loot. And fourth of all, of course, it's a single building. So, of course, this location is one of, if not the worst locations I've ever made in Basenite history. Which, yeah, I could have made this a landmark, and I was actually planning to bring it back by, like, Season 1 for Basenite, current Basenite stuff. But little do you know, the memory. Like, it was from the Paradise Palms gallery and stuff, so it wasn't very fitful at all. Retail Restaurant. Yes, Retail Restaurant, that was a landmark on the current map. It used to be a location on Beta Basenite. Retail Restaurant, I guess it's okay. I guess it's okay. The reason why I say that is because it is at least 2 buildings. With a bathroom and a restaurant place. That is like a shopping place or something like that, at least. My only problem about this location is that it feels so, like, together with Liberty Lake. Like, it could have easily been a landmark. The name stretches so long that you could literally just combine Liberty Lake and Retail Restaurant just together. Which, that kind of sucks at that point for it. I don't know if this is all the Beta Basenite locations that existed and stuff, but if so, then we're going to move on to the locations that did existed on the current map. Starting with Lazy Lines. I love this location. This location is my favorite. No, not my favorite. Not my favorite. Sorry. But this location is very good. I like it. It's more better than Homeway Hills, which rest in peace, Homeway Hills. I'm gonna have to give it A tier because I love this location. I always land here. Nobody lands at this location. Like, why are you guys not landing at this location? It's so freaking good. Alright, Craven Caverns. This location is obviously an E tier because, this location, it is very interesting. I like the style of it, but the loot, dude, like, seriously, it sucked. It absolutely sucked. The fact that most of the location's underwater. Like, when you go in into and stuff, it just feels, it's bad and stuff. Eclipse said that it was literally the grotto, except if it was on drugs. Which, I kind of relate with that. Starry Studios, man, I missed this location already. I have no idea how many days was we on, for Basenite Season 4. But do I gotta say that I do miss this location, so yeah, but this location is a B tier, because I do love landing there and stuff. It gets overshadowed by Poppin Plaza all the time. And yeah, just like that location. Mount Stairs, E tier. At least the best out of these E tier locations and stuff. I don't like this location. The reason why is because, first of all, it's on the high part of terrain, which you could easily just die from fall damage if you were not careful about that and stuff. And second of all, the location has, like, glitchy terrain. And it just looks weird after all. And third of all, there's literally only 3 shacks in this location, which, you know, of course, you know, you gotta get the freaking loot. But, you know, Mount Stairs is like, no. If this is like a landmark, if Mount Stairs is like a landmark and stuff, it would have been a very great landmark, at least. A very interesting one. Dire Docks. Now, everyone hates Dire Docks for no reason. Eclipse said that this is the worst location in Basenite history. And a lot of my friends just hates it. But I gotta say, Dire Docks actually is a D tier. The reason why is because I did land here a good amount of times. And at least it is something interesting in freaking Clever Cove. Like, Clever Cove sucks so bad, man! But yeah, it's at least more interesting in just single buildings and stuff. It's not a single building at all. Recently though, Dire Docks is like losing, you know, potential to the location because, first of all, it's Season 4 now, not Season 3. Second of all, this location is on the edge of the map where the storm always just capture it in about a few minutes from now. And third of all, it just, you know, it's losing loot because, you know, something that you can tell from the picture is happening right now. So yeah, Moisty Mill. I gotta say, Moisty Mill, that was about to put us in E tier. But after looking at it, I think Moisty Mill is actually pretty okay, because I actually did land in here a good amount of times. The location is because, you know, the fact that it's just single building and stuff, but it's an exclusive biome location, which you barely see on this map as of right now. Because the only biome exclusive locations on this map is pretty much, let's see, the Pharisee, Seward Suburbs, and Moisty Mill. And look, those locations they're just the latest locations and stuff for the current Basenite map, which that kind of sucks because, you know, yeah. Pessimism Prison. This is probably like the best singular building location. Probably not as much as the Pharisee, which is next and stuff. But Pessimism Prison, I just love landing there. Like, I don't have that much memories with it and stuff. My best memory I've ever had with Pessimism Prison is that one of my friends said, "Oh, let's go land in Poppin Plaza," with everyone was landing in Poppin Plaza. And it was on the same name when Pessimism Prison was, like, hot drop location and stuff. So I was like, hey, I'm just gonna go ahead and drop at Pessimism Prison. Because, why not? And I just like the location. So yeah. Pessimism Prison is not bad. I'm gonna give it C tier. The Confederacy. This location was very good back in Season 3. It had a mythic, everyone was landing there, it had a vault. Everything was pretty good with this location. Everything was gangster with this location. But Season 4 came, and this location died. Because nobody's landing here. I actually did land in here a good amount of times and stuff. Nobody still lands here at that point still. Even though I land there. So, I don't know who lands there and stuff, but if you do, congratulations, you're landing at a dead location. Who knows, like, Seward Suburbs might be a dead location someday, but, you know, we're getting ahead of our, you know, tier list. But yeah, the Pharisee, I'll give it an A tier. Not higher than, Lazy Lawns. Matter of fact, Lazy Lawns could be on the A tier list, probably like the highest part of it. Marvelous Motel, oh my gosh, Marvelous Motel is also one of the worst locations. Pretty much, if not right now, the worst location on this map. Because it should just stay on a landmark basis. The reason why I said so... I don't know why I moved to Clover Cove like that. The reason why I said so is because... like, back in Season 3, I used to, like, rent out of what kind of locations I was supposed to do. Like, I was just, like, cramped with what location I was trying to do on the Season 3 map. And I was like, hey, I know what to do. Why don't we just buff the Motel landmark and give it like a name location? That was a bad idea. The buff, though, was probably good, but that was a bad idea. It could have stayed as a landmark, honestly. And nobody has noticed this, but the fact that Marvelous Motel doesn't have interior upstairs at all. So this location is pretty much kind of incompleted. So I might have to work on that for probably next update. But if I don't, then I might not do that by accident and stuff. So Marvelous Motel, pretty bad. Can I just... Not as bad as Clever Cove. Because at least Marvelous Motel has more potential than Clever Cove. But, you know, yeah. Pleasure Park. This location is actually very good. Like, this location... I was thinking, oh my gosh, this location is going to be so bad, but when I think of it, this location is very good when coming out of Pizza Pit. Like, every time when I come out of Pizza Pit, or something like that, I would always go to Pleasure Park. Like, Pleasure Park was always my on-the-go location, right after I go away from Pizza Pit, or probably, like, the storage unit landmark. And I sometimes land here. But, you know, I don't land here sometimes due to Lovely Lodge, because Lovely Lodge, of course, this location is north of Lovely Lodge. But anyways, this location's A tier. I love it. Timbertown, S tier. You know why? Because Timbertown is a very great location. It is very underrated. At least one person drops there sometimes. But yeah, the location is very good. I love the location. It used to be a very bad location. Like, it used to be... Back in BETA Basenite Season 4, when I first made it, it used to be only one house, and a gas station, and a bridge connected to Hollow's house, which that sucked. That absolutely sucked. I was about to, like, make Hollow's house included to Timbertown and stuff, but Hollow's like, no. Don't make my house connected to a location. You know, that changed later on with Seward Suburbs. But yeah, Timbertown was still like that in, like, Season 1 for current Basenite. But then Season 2 came, this location just becomes the beast at that point. I brung in a house. I made one of the landmark houses from BETA Basenite to be connected to here. And later on in the season, I gave the Poppin Plaza court, basketball court, to Timbertown. And to this day, it's a very great location. If it was not changed at all, I would give it, like, at least a B tier with Star Studios. Alright, Slurpy Saloon. Slurpy Saloon has to be C tier right now because I would rank it up higher, but I took away the Slurp jugs, like the Slurp jugs. You know, like when you damage them, you get 10 shield per that, like, you know what I mean? Or like 10 health or 10 shield, I don't know. But yeah, that's what it is like, though. But you know, Slurpy Saloon doesn't have interiors right now. because, you know, construction way. Probably next update, we might have it. Poppin Plaza. This location is obviously an S tier. Matter of fact, rank it up higher. Reason being is because Poppin Plaza, to this day, is pretty much, if not the best location on Basenite. Reason why I said that is because, you know, the location, I made this location 500 days ago, and even when it sucked, even when it did, it did had some buildings and stuff, it was prefab and stuff, even when it's that stuff, the location is still beast. Everyone still lands there to this day, since BETA Basenite Season 0. And my goodness, this location is very great. It had some storyline lore to it and stuff, where it gets damaged, the buildings get destroyed, the buildings get built back up, and much more. A lot of stuff is great for this location. Poppin Plaza is S tier, probably the best location in Basenite history, if not the best location. Pizza Pit. Pizza Pit is A tier. I would rank this as S tier if it wasn't on the edge of the map. Now Pizza Pit, it used to actually kind of suck as a location. It was on Pessimism Prison's tier list and stuff, where it's just like singular building. Until Season 3, which I actually buffed the location, and now Pizza Pit is very good. Like, this location is very good. I love this location. Frenzy Forest. This location is actually very underrated. Reason why? People does still kind of lay in there and stuff, only because of getting wood to just do sky bases and stuff. I do respect that, you know. Other than that, Frenzy Forest is just only recognized because of that. Just getting mats. You would get 1,000 wood from over there, even when you're not even done with cutting all the trees and stuff. But anyways, like Frenzy Forest, I feel like nobody just pays attention to it. I think they really do need to, because this location is gigantic and stuff. It's more of Wayland Woods type of way. This location, if it was on the middle of the map, like how Weeping Woods was, Frenzy Forest might get recognized more, honestly. Alright, we're on our 2 last locations. Oh, I don't know if there's wait, I don't know if Student Suburbs is there. I don't know if I included that. But yeah, Lovely Lodge, S tier. More better over here. Reason why is because Lovely Lodge, so top notch with the storyline. It used to actually suck as a location back in BETA Basenite. No, it actually does not actually, but nothing happens to it. It was that location that never changes at all back in BETA Basenite, but now it feels like one of the most important locations. Like, in a year from now, you guys see why Lovely Lodge is probably, if not one of the most important Basenite locations. But other than that, this location is actually very good. Everyone, a good amount of people lands here. This is more popular. It's probably like the most popular lodge location I've seen from any other BR maps and stuff. And it's even more popular than Lonely Lodge itself, which I do miss Lonely Lodge from Fortnite. But yeah, Lonely Lodge, just a beast location. Not as better as Poppin Plaza, but yeah, it's a very good location. Liberty Lake. Okay, this location is one of the oldest locations. It's still to this day have its oldest name and stuff. So Liberty Lake holds the oldest name of BETA Basenite at that point. Because all the other locations, Frenzy Forest, Lovely Lodge, and Poppin Plaza, all those used to carry with different names of the location stuff. Liberty Lake, however, didn't. It's still the same name. So this location, yeah, it's very old. Not to mention, it's not very good with the chest. Recently, recently, Season 4, the chest spawn, chest count just kind of lowered down a bit. which kind of suck into the end part of it and stuff. I gotta say, Liberty Lake is probably B tier, at least. Star Studios is better than it though. But the crash pads with Liberty Lake over there is at least pretty good. Now let me go ahead and did I got all the locations? Seward Suburbs probably might have been forgotten. No, I forgot some other location. Here, really good. Oh. Slurpy Factory, I forgot that one. Seward Suburbs, of course, that one. I haven't talked about Iron's Fakers, so that one. Homeway Hills, I haven't talked about that one. Sorry guys, I'm just taking a bit. I think that's about it. Iron's Fakers, Seward Suburbs, Homeway Hills, and Slurpy Factory. Let's go ahead and select them. Alright, Slurpy Factory. This location's a downgraded version of Slurpy Saloon. This is actually made before Slurpy Saloon, so it was one of the OG locations from BETA Basenite. The reason why I took it out and upgraded this location stuff is because Slurpy Factory had a non-auto relation name and stuff. That was like one of the last non-auto relation names that doesn't make any sense for its location. So that's why I changed it to Slurpy Saloon by Season 3. But, you know, actually in the beginning of Season 3 for BETA Basenite, it was still the same until Slurpy Saloon just came in about 13 days after Season 3 started and stuff for BETA Basenite. But yeah, this location, I gotta say it's actually a D tier. Now the only good thing, I know, not D tier, C tier. It's lower than Slurpy Saloon for sure. I need to get toggle timer back. I just pushed that because something was on my phone. Now, Slurpy Factory, the thing that's better about this than Slurpy Saloon is that first of all, it never got touched that much. Second of all, it has a second part of the building and stuff. Slurpy Saloon did have that back then for BETA Basenite, but I don't know why, but I didn't carried it on to the current Basenite map for no reason. Seward Suburbs. Oh my gosh, this location is an S tier. Because, you know why? This location is beast. Like, it is the hottest location on this map. As of right now, I am actually glad I made this location like that. The reason why is because everyone contests it. Half of the lobby contests it in the Basenite lobby and stuff. From the, Basenite map and stuff. So, some people land somewhere else, but there's a lot of good amount of people that lands in Seward Suburbs instead. This location is because they all take it because, you know, the fact that it carries a gold pump. So that's why this location is just very nuts and stuff. Watch next season. Seward Suburbs is not recognized at all and stuff. I'm gonna watch that and stuff, but other than that, Seward Suburbs S tier. It's probably like the second best location of Basenite history, other than Poppin Plaza. There's something good about this location and stuff. My only, you know, the only not good thing about it is stuff is that the height of the location and stuff. It is a mountain. It's basically the same size of a mountain as probably like the tallest mountains. And if you're being dumb, if you're going to be dumb and stuff, playing around, you would not be careful and probably die from fall damage from there. Although I did check, you take somewhere from 50 to 75 fall damage if you just fall down from Seward Suburbs. So that's why I kind of suck as a location, because you got to build out of Seward Suburbs instead of falling down there, because you just either risk your life from that and stuff. It feels like pretty challenging and stuff. I like making locations a bit feeling challenging and stuff. Kinda though, but you know, that's what suburbs. So that's why I kind of suck as a location, because you got to build out of seward suburbs instead of falling down there. Because you just either like risk your life from that and stuff. It feels like pretty challenging and stuff. I like making locations a bit feeling challenging and stuff. Kinda though, but you know, that's what it is. iPrints Fakers. This location is so underrated. The reason why I said this location is very underrated, because nobody lands here. This location is very big. These old locations for BETA Basenite ranges from small to big. What I mean about small is like Moisty Mill to Poppin Plaza. That's how, like, what I'm talking about and stuff. Now, so, iPrints Fakers, everything's good about this location. Not everything about it. The only bad thing about it is that it's on the edge of the map. Now, if it was Frenzy Farm kind of type of way, instead of Anarchy Acres or something like that type of way, everyone would probably try to land here at some point. Probably like replace freaking Lovely Lodge spot in Eureka. You got yourself a very great location. Lovely Lodge would just be all the way up there instead of iPrints Fakers. Other than that, iPrints Fakers, A tier. A tier. This location is very good. Homeway Hills. Now, I miss this location. Homeway Hills is so good. Not as better as Lazy Lawns, but sorry. This location, I have a lot of memories with it. Every single stream, I sometimes always pretty much drop here at that point. At some point, I would drop here. Nobody lands at these locations because, you know, what I'm just like surprised about is that y'all pick the most the S tier kind of locations and stuff. The S tier kind of locations at this point right now is probably like the locations that you guys mostly just land at that point. Don't lie, because you know most of these the locations for sure that's on S tier, you half the times land here. Not the Furio, because that location doesn't exist right now. But, you know, I put the Furio on the S tier because it's probably like, if not the best BETA Basenite location. From BETA Basenite, so yeah. Homeway Hills, it's gonna be like at the last part of the A tier and stuff. The location is very good. Alright, I'm gonna put Toggle Tundra probably back up here. Alright guys, so yes, this is my tier list. You can look through it. S tier, the best of the best locations, or what do you guys call it, God tier locations, is Poppin Plaza, Seward Suburbs, Lovely Lodge, the Furio, and Timbertown. I swear, you guys land at these locations for sure most of the time, but that's an S tier right now. A tier, Lazy Lawns, Basenite's Authority, Danky Divot, The Confederacy, Pleasure Park, Pizza Pit, Frenzy Forest, iPrints Fakers, and Homeway Hills. These locations are known as the amazing locations. Like, they're very great, but they're not in God tier yet at all. But they're very great. Like, they're very good locations. B tier, which they're pretty great locations. They're actually very great locations. Not as better as the ones at the A tier. Star Studios and Liberty Lake. C tier, which they're known as good locations. Pessimism Prison, Slurpy Saloon, and Slurpy Factory. D tier, which these locations are like, you know, they're not very good or not very bad at that point and stuff. They're just in between. They're not good or something like that, or not bad. Danky Depot, Toggle Tundra, Lonely Lighthouse, Retail Restaurant, Dire Docks, and Moisty Mill. E tier, these locations are very bad. Like, honestly, these locations suck, honestly. No offense. Mount Stairs, King of Basenite's Palace, Space Station, Craven Caverns, Marvelous Motel, and Clever Cove. that's about it for this tier list. Hope you guys do enjoy this tier list. I'm gonna go ahead and just, you know, download the photo. There you go. Alright, that's about it for this tier list. If you guys enjoy this kind of content, and you're new to my channel, but you're not subscribed yet, consider like subscribing to just because it's uploads. Just because I do care about you guys from the bottom of my heart. And all the other stuff. And yeah. I'm trying to like raise a nice community and stuff. And all that. We're so close to 400, by the way. So if you haven't hit the subscribe button yet, please do so, please. Like, you know, it will be much appreciated. I'm not like begging or anything, but it's your choice. But if you could, just please help me out over here. Give me like 400 subs. I would appreciate it, honestly. Alright, that's about it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Sayonara.